Okay, so I'm back with another reading based on what will be the outcome for currently now COVID-19. If you haven't watched my previous video that I recorded, please do go and check it out. In this case, I'll be using the Everyday Witch Tarot card. And I'll see whether it need to have oracle cards, but right now I prefer to do it like, naturally. So I'm going to wash the card first. Wash the card first because just now it was used for previous reading and I do not want it to be the same. So the question will be about what is the effects of the COVID-19 on people right now. General reading. What is the effect of the COVID-19 on people right now? I'm not sure how many cards I'll be taking, but I would say at least there must be 3 cards inside. So let me get this reading into place. I'm not going to show the readings, not going to show you the cards behind. Try my best to hide it as well. I'll be doing the reading based on what I know from this card and what I believe so far with COVID-19. So now I'm going to replace the decks again. Okay, let me. Okay, I'll be taking the top cards and see what are the effects of this COVID-19. So the first card is the 10 of Wands in reverse, 8 of Wands, and we have 8 of Pentacles. So my question is about the effects of the COVID-19 on people. I see that the fact that I think people are getting used to this whole COVID-19 happening is kind of like it's a new kind of news, but at the same time it's also an old news, and people are so used to the lifestyle now because of the 8 of Pentacles here. So I can see that people are just staying at home. They are trying to work out on a kind of new craft they have. Like example, some people are now taking up on baking, and this looks like somebody is taking up a new hobby and they are just trying to learn the craft while the pandemic crisis is happening. And this is the current situation. Initially it feels like a burden. It feels like everybody couldn't really stand it, like staying at home and just doing this stay at home quarantine period. But I think now it's in reverse. I'm getting that people are very used to this lifestyle now, and I think people are loving it. And at the same time, initially I think people were very controlling about this whole outcome, like the COVID-19. It just sucks away the kind of lifestyle that they used to have, and I believe it's fine. The pandemic itself is bad enough. Like there are people losing their jobs, and then there are people who can't just go to school normally, and now even schools are doing off-campus learning. And this is what it is now, because everybody is just staying indoor and just working on the craft. They're just getting used to this normal life process. And in this case here, as we speak, on the April 20, I think people are getting really very used to that life. And that is what I see for these 3 readings. Let me pull the Melodies cards. Like, is there anything that I should know? 3 cards. Oh, sorry, 2 cards. Okay. We have Reflect and Journey cards. So reflect here says, peer into the endless ocean and see what peers back. And the journey. Half the treasure is the journey on the path to finding it. I think this case is that people are reflecting on themselves and trying to find ways to improve themselves during this pandemic crisis, and which is exactly what it is for the Eight of Pentacles as well. This could mean also that people are using this period to reflect on themselves and how to go about life, daily lives and their routines. People also use this period to reflect on what they want to really do for maybe, let's say, mid-2020 or next year. And that is what reflect card is referring to in this case. And the journey for all these three cards itself is a journey, is a process of trying to regain yourself, that new self, new lifestyle, and it is again a journey. It's a kind of a memory that you will never forget. And again, it's about half the treasure is the journey to find, on the path to finding it, and that is what it is. This, the effect that the COVID-19 have on people is making people going on this roller coaster ride, which is also exactly for the Ten of Wands itself. It's about struggles, holding on to too many things, and then trying to go up the mountain, go up the hill to, you know, like just with the burdens. And I think people are slowly trying to let go of this whole thing and then trying to proceed with life very normally, and they are not really holding on to this whole pandemic thing so tightly, because they know that no matter how they hold on, it does not change anything. It does not make you feel like your life is getting better. So the only way to change is not the outside. You only can change in yourself, and that is what the journey is to reflect on how you can improve yourself and know how to pass the time during the pandemic crisis. Again, to reflect on what you can do to nurture yourself during this pandemic crisis. And that is what the Sea Melody card is here to say. Let's see. Let's look at the Romance Oracle. No, it's not a good time for romance, but we'll see. Okay, we have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay, in this sense, I think it's not about addictions, but more like people are very used to that structure they had before the pandemic crisis, and being codependent, that means you are so used to that kind of lifestyle, that kind of path. It could be about addictions, but I'm guessing here is more like people are so used to that lifestyle that they just not willing to let go. And this is what it is referring for the Ten of Wands. But I can see that I think people are overcoming this codependency on it, and then getting out of that kind of energy. In this case, the codependency, you can see here, the girl is just having that kind of unhappy face, and then she's looking out into the sun, like hoping like, oh no, like goodness, like she just want to go out there and then enjoy the sun. At the same time, it could also mean about people who have partners, you know, romantic partners, and they do not live in the same area as them, because right now in Singapore is that you cannot visit your loved one. It's not encouraged at this point of time during the circuit breaker. In other countries, there's the lockdown itself. You're not supposed to be anyhow just going out. You only can go out for your basic necessities, and this is what it is, you know. I think people are just missing their loved ones from somewhere else. But I'm guessing this should be overcome because of the Ten of Wands in reverse. In this case here, if you feel that you are being codependency, if you feel that these things have been bothering you, I think it's time to really again reflect and see what you can do to overcome this whole challenge, and use this time to really build that like let go of that codependency And if you really miss your loved ones, I suggest to go and do some Skype conferencing, or even just chat with your loved ones through instant messaging or WhatsApp, Telegram, just anything that can stay connected, because nowadays social media is again about sharing what you are doing in your daily lives, and I think it's the best way also to bring communities coming together during this pandemic crisis. Especially now, we also don't know how long this circuit breaker, this lockdown is going to last. It could probably last until around 2021, 2022. And yeah, that's it. This is what the codependency card is talking about. I think, let me try using Moonology card as well. I was doing other readings, so I kept it back, but I want to try it on my own, see whether what can I get. So my video just got cut off, and while the video was cut off, I was shuffling the Moonology Oracle cards, and two cards came out. The first one was a time to give rather than take, and the last card here is don't let your past hold you back. Again, I think people are holding on to the structure that they are so used to, which is why this card, don't let your past hold you back, appeared. And I think this is, again, this oracle card is trying to tell you it's time to rather give than to take, to help out the community to make a place even better and stronger, especially now during a crisis when we are supposed to support one another during this period. And that is what I could think of for this message. Yeah, I hope that this reading gives a kind of a general understanding of how the effects of COVID-19 is affecting our people, and together, if we can work together, I think we can even make this whole outbreak even faster, like let it just gone. And that is all I have for this reading. Thank you.